Good evening, everyone. If you haven't done so already, you can make up your foot soak bucket with warm water, a handful of salt, some rinse water, and a towel, and we'll get started shortly. Greetings and good evening to day 31 of session 2 of Going Deeper, our Sahaja Yoga online meditation program. Our programs are always free. We're volunteers, including myself. My name's Mark. I'm going to be your host tonight. And just a quick recap. Last Thursday, we talked about the dignity of the guru and the void area of the subtle system. Tonight, we're going to talk about facing ourselves. Not always an easy thing to do, but we're going to give you some tips on doing that. And tonight, and if this is your first time, don't worry, we have some resources on our website. We have previously recorded programs that you can use to catch up on, some handouts, WhatsApp group that you could join, and also at the end of all of our sessions, we have breakout rooms where you can get one-on-one support to help answer your questions, do some guided meditations and such. So yeah, so tonight's format's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have a single online meditation and guided meditation, and then we're going to have a short talk of Shamaji, and from there we're going to jump right into the breakout rooms, give some extended time for breakout rooms. So let's go ahead and introduce tonight's presenter. Hi, Nikhil. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Mark. Good evening. Very happy to see you. And hey, everyone. Myself, Nikhil Kumar. I'm glad to be here with you all this evening. It is really pleasant. I'm based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and I work with a bank here. Will not go into details of that, but I enjoy going on personal front. I do enjoy going on nature walks, treks, and whenever I can, I really can. Not all the time, but I love to catch the sunrise. It really gives me such a serene experience in the morning and just makes my day really, really good. So And I do want to let you know that I feel the joy very similar when I also share about Saj Yoga to with friends, with colleagues, acquaintances, just people who I come across and seekers. So really enjoy doing that.
Great. Thanks for that introduction, Nikhil. So we're going to go ahead and start with you. And go ahead.
All right. Okay, so we as like Mark said that we hope that your futsal buckets are ready and we are good to get started with that. Right. So with the futsal bucket in the front, let us let us first um, give vibrations to the futsal bucket itself. Let's vibrate the water with our the breeze that is going from our hands to the bucket to the water, so that it just has that strength to pull all the unwanted energy from us into itself. And then we'll talk more. Basically, we are going to talk a little about how do we understand how to pace ourselves. We will try to do that. We'll try to be our own master. And across these sessions that you have been a part of, I'm sure you know that you by now definitely know that the strength really lies in knowing things subtly better than knowing things mentally, right? So knowing the answers through our central nervous system is the key. And that is one of the main reasons why we take this affirmation that we are our own masters. So it is very important to understand that part, and it is the aspect which helps us to know that we can introspect about our own state, our own being, our own system ourselves. So we will try to futsok on that theme, and but let us just face the fact that when we are facing ourselves, we will know that we are not yet there, maybe where we should be, only because of something like the ego will be make us feel inferior or make us feel unhappy about what is our state. But if you just take up an example of an animal, they don't feel like like some kind of ego that, oh, I am this animal and I don't want to be. But that's not what humans do. We get muddled up with the ego, and then we with this subtle system, we can, as we are our own master, we can try to get rid of that ego and try to come to a state of balance. So if we realize that there is a little thing more that has to happen, and all the potential to be in a better place, be our own master, is in our own, is with us ourselves, we can do that, we can get to that state. So in order for us to be our own master, one thing I do want to ask you all, and if you do, very good, but like ask you, are you sincerely asking yourself about your own state of meditation, about your own growth, about your vibrations? These are the questions which may help us to understand what is my own state of meditation, what is my own state. That is the but these questions are not mental, I would say. They are more of a subtle questions which get answered subtly as well. Like you will feel that cool breeze, or you, if something is wrong or out of order, then that will give you a warm sensation, right? So the subtle system will give you that answer, and these questions can help you to face yourself better. It is something that you can ask even to somebody who you meditate along with, or just be in meditation and ask yourself, what is that state? And that will help you to face yourself stronger and better. So with that little intro, I would say maybe we all go into Futsok itself, so Futsok meditation itself. So I have my bucket right here in front of me, and let's give vibrations to it so that it is ready for us to start our Futsok. So let's vibrate it, and then give it clockwise direction. We rotate our hands above the bucket, and then we dip our feet gently in it. And as we sit comfortably in the futsuk bucket, one thing I want to bring, which I read from Shimataji, heard from Shimataji, in her own words, she says, the character of a yogi, of a person who is meditating, is to worship the purity of your own and the purity of others. Again, the character of a yogi is to worship the purity of your own and the purity of others. It is true that we face ourselves every day. It is really, we do that in different aspects. We try to judge ourselves or introspect on ourselves. It is true that we try to correct ourselves even, or we try to separate ourselves from ourselves. How far we have gone, how far we have come along, what are we doing, how have we been doing, we been doing the meditation, what is our depth. It is a character of a true seeker, a true meditator, I would say, a true yogi. So as we settle down with those thoughts, with the attention on those thoughts, those comments from Shimataji herself, let us start by taking our own bandhan, raising our kundalini and giving ourselves a protection. So let us do that. We raise the kundalini 3 times. And tie the knots above our head, on the crown of our head. And we draw the arc of protection around our subtle system. Let us seek that humility in ourselves during this foot soak, that we correct ourselves, balance ourselves, and grow deeper into our meditation. To face ourselves well, our main attempt is to make sure our subtle system is in a pure state of balance. Is in a state where it transmits us the right signals, the right messages from our chakras, from our subtle system. Let us take our right palm and have it point to the earth, towards the earth, so that we can cleanse our left channel. We ask the Mother Earth to help cleanse our left channel, to take away all the heaviness of our left channel, to remove all the obstacles in the formation of pure desire within us. To give our left channel a state of balance. To remove all the impurities, all the unwanted energies, starting from the left of first energy center to the sixth energy center in that whole path. We bring our right hand back on our lap and we raise our left arm towards the sky. And we ask our Kundalini to give us a state of pure action, to cleanse all the unwanted thoughts, all the excessive heat from our right channel, and we bring our left arm back. And we try to strengthen our state of our void. So let us take our right arm and put it on the left side of our void, on the 3A section expanding the third energy center. And here we take an affirmation that by your grace, I am my own master. Mother, by your grace, I am my own master. As I have pure knowledge, as I am pure knowledge, by your grace, I am my own teacher. I am my own guru. Now let us take our right hand back on our lap and place our left palm on the right side of the void. And here we can affirm that Mother, you are my Guru, you are my Master. Mother Kundalini, you are my Master. And we bring our left palm back on our lap. And with both palms on our lap, and our attention on the central channel, we ask Mother Energy, please grace me to be my own master. Please make me my own master. And as mentioned earlier, sometimes it is our ego or our conditionings that can bother and that can come in the way of us becoming our own masters. So let us place our right palm on our forehead and gently press our lobes and bow our head gently. And here, to cleanse our sixth energy center, we affirm that I forgive, I forgive, I forgive everyone, including myself. I forgive. And we bring our right palm back gently on our lap. And we raise our attention to the seventh energy center, to the crown of our head, and desire and express this desire to be our own master, this desire to have a strong state of self mastery so that we can face ourselves, so that we can answer our questions subtly, so that we can seek the guidance of the cosmic consciousness around us in finding these answers. We can gently join our hands to thank our own energy, our own Kundalini, for giving us the state where we experience ourselves, where we experience our own state, where we experience and face ourselves. It is the Kundalini that helps us to face ourselves. Gently, we can open our eyes. And now we can listen to a talk of Sri Mataji as she talks about the conditionings and understanding of our own masterhood, being master.
The conditionings that we have in the West are more psychological, and that's why you cannot find out what's wrong with you. The physical conditionings are not so dangerous. You can get over them or you can manage. But when you have conditioning of your psychology, you cannot understand what's wrong with you. Now, if you introspect around, what you will find is a very subtle thing. Firstly, that because of the wars, maybe, I don't know why, but everybody is afraid of everyone. Especially, I think, Freud. Because of Freud, even the mother is afraid of the child. And all these things to Indians are absolutely, they can't understand this. But you people know that very well. They won't touch anybody. They won't hug anyone. First of all, when they used to play football, they used to hug. But now I see they don't hug, they just touch hands like this. After some time, I think they may just do like that or something. So frightened that nobody, even the children I've seen, are frightened of hugging their parents. So the expression of love is not there. And when there is no expression, there is no love inside. And that's how it goes on drying up and drying up and drying up. There was a little girl in Sahaja Yoga, and I had some present for that child. She was quite young, must have been about 10 years of age. So I gave it to one Sahajogi, Western Sahajogi, that you go and give it to her and say that I have given. No, mother, I won't give. I said, why? She'll misunderstand me. I said, what will she misunderstand? It has gone so much into the heads of people. And this has created really the psychological insecurity within you. From very childhood, this insecurity has been working. And that's why you are frightened of each other. Even of your parents, of your brothers, your sisters. Psychologically, you are suffering. And when first I came to England, they used to say it is the insecurity. I said, what insecurity? The whole world is afraid of the Western world. And what are they suffering from insecurity? They have made everybody insecure all over the world. And why? What are they insecure? They are insecure within themselves, in their own society, in their own family, in their own groups. They are so much frightened of each other. So the first thing, you should be fearless. You are a Sahajogi, you are no more immoral. Cannot be immoral. If all the time, if you start thinking that you are immoral, and if you do something it is immoral, and that you have to go and do some confession somewhere, then what is going to happen to you? What sort of a personality you will have? We have to change this by changing ourselves. So among Sahajogis there should be no insecurities but maryadas. You must know how to respect each other's privacy. The second thing that if you find with the Western mind, which is a very common thing, that they are bombarded by criticism. There are so many critics that now there are no more artists left. Only critics are criticizing critics. All artists are finished. They are all the time criticized. Somebody will come in. There's an education on criticism. They may not know how to play any instrument, they may not know how to sing, but they can criticize, all right. So all the time in your mind is a way that you always feel that somebody will criticize if you do this. All the time the fear is there that somebody will criticize. So, should I say or not? As Sahajogis, you shouldn't worry about these stupid people because they're blind, and if they want to criticize, you let them criticize. What does it matter? Makes no difference. But this you have to build up within yourself. Now the third is even worse, which I don't know if you have noticed or not. I don't know how it has gone into the heads of the Western minds that you must always see to the other side of the bank, even if you are standing on this side, to be fair, and never to say something that you are sure of. Like you ask anyone, how are you? He'll say, always. Nobody will say, I'm perfectly all right. Nothing wrong with me. What's wrong? Perfectly all right. Thank you very much. But it is never. They're not sure of themselves all the time. It's shaking. And this shaking inside gives you a personality which can never progress. Progress comes when you put your step forward, you put your foot firmly on that point, and then put the second step forward, like as you climb on a mountain. But in the first place, only if you are still thinking that it's halfway through, then how can you go further? You'll only move on two steps, this or that or this or that. This is another very big psychological detergent, I should call it, or detrimental thing for your progress. Now the third thing you have learnt, which is also third or fourth maybe, that you must argue out yourself. Like you have a problem. You'll come and tell me, Mother, this problem I have got. This is very common with everyone. I have this problem. I'll say, all right, this is the solution. Then you will come out, no, but in this will happen. Then you tell another solution. No, Mother, this can be this way. All right, you tell third solution. No, Mother, in this can happen. Tell fourth, this can happen. You are standing against yourself all the time. Then I have to say, this is your problem, not mine, and I am giving you the solutions, and if you want to solve your problem, better take a positive attitude. The brain is this way. In our Hindi language, it's called ulti khopdi. You are all the time arguing against yourself. So how can you progress? This is another great problem of the Western mind, that it doesn't try to face any problem as your own, but go on arguing with yourself like a lawyer. See, there are two lawyers, one yourself, another lawyer. Go on arguing. So is a double personality in the being. It's not a single personality. As I said, it is very, very psychological that people have to take to this kind of a turn suddenly without understanding how dangerous it is. With the enlightenment of your brain, they should disappear.
So let's quietly take a few moments to absorb the impact of Shimaraji's talk on a subtle level. Just remaining in a quiet meditation for the next minute or so. So let's close our eyes. Keep the tension at the top or just above the top of our head. And just be aware of what we're feeling on our hands, our subtle system. We can slowly open our eyes and bring our attention outwards. And this concludes this part of our meditation program by raising our Kundalini. So we'll raise the Kundalini once and tie the knot. Raise it twice. Tie the knot twice. And then the third time. 3 knots. And then let's put ourselves in the protective bandhan. Go up and overhead from left to right, and back right to left. And we'll do this a total of 7 times. Okay, so before we jump into the breakout rooms, we're just going to have a couple of quick announcements. So on Tuesday, in our Going Deeper program, we're going to talk about the light of the spirit, where Sahaja Yoga actually enlightens our brains, gives us that empowerment to escape all the things that we're avoiding, facing, and also how to correct ourselves and through the use of the solar system. So that's what's happening Tuesday. We also have resources available for you. You can request a mentor. We have forms that you can fill out in the chat room. You can join our WhatsApp community and stay in touch on a daily basis. And then our recorded sessions, handouts, and links to our other programs that are recorded, you can find at our website at us.sahajayoga.org/Jan2023. Okay, so now we're going to move to our interactive workshop. So you can request a breakout room in the chat window. And we're just going to be listening in the main room. There's no longer a program, other than we're going to play some music until everyone gets assigned to a breakout room. And so if you're having a problem in your breakout room, there's nobody there, or some other issue, you can just jump back into this the main room and get reassigned. Thank you so much, and good night for this part of our program.